Bitcoiners have kind of become cucked to the TradFi system. You know, we're like, oh, what's Jerome gonna say? What's the Fed gonna say? Oh my God, what's Trump gonna say? Oh my God, what's Samson Mao just said this? He just confirmed what Raoul Paul is. These are all bullshit. My thoughts on old booze breath Jerry Powpow's FOMC meeting and his AI driven speech he had after was the same as I've always had. Like, I don't know why it's such a ground shaking event, because all indicators on the charts are lagging indicators, but especially the Fed. The Fed is a complete reaction to the market. They don't speculate. They take old information when it passes through the 200 PhDs. God, thank God for the 200 PhDs at the Fed. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine the world without the 200 PhDs? Economic PhDs at the Fed? We'd be collapsing. This Keynesian garden would have been gone a long time ago. But they take in information and then react. So it's like this. I live in Winnipeg, and there's a thing called the Bronchial Dike. And it was used about, 20 years ago, but it could have been 30 for all I know. I have no sense of time anymore. My time goes by in passport renewals. But there was flood warning 20 years ago or something. And they kept on waiting for the measurements of how high the water was before they reacted. And then when they got the measurements, and it was like, okay, time to put up the Bronchial Dike. It's this dike that kind of protects the city, but it doesn't. Surprise, surprise. By the time the water reached that level, and then they went to the city, told them, oh, we got to put the dike up now. Well, it's too late, because by the time they put the dike up, the water had risen above what the hell the dike was. So this is what the Fed does. It takes in the economic data, and then it reacts to it. But by the time they react, the data is old news, either worse than it was when they gathered it, or a big nothing burger and it just simmers down. So that's what we see. So what does Jerry Powpow do? Oh, the water's getting too high. Okay, well, we reached a consensus 9-3 that we should put up the economic Bronchial Dike, which was, lowering the interest rates to 25%. Who cares? It's nothing. But that's based on all the old data, some of which they don't even have, because they went on strike or whatever the hell they were furloughed by Trump. So all these poor economic PhDs at the Fed, they couldn't collect the data. They weren't important enough. They weren't valued their job, which I agree with. Their job is worthless. They don't need it. They need one AI, and that's it. So my warning to those 200 PhDs, if you get that golden handshake, retire. Get all the weird things, the bonuses to retire early, because your job's going to be gone soon anyway. Anyway, the comparison is that by the time they get the data, they put up the Bronchial Dike, the news is over, and more news comes. So not to mention, by the time they put up the economic Bronchial Dike, the water's risen too. And then they take a month off, and the data comes back, and it's like, it's worse than we thought, right? But at that point, by the time it goes through the 200 PhDs and the next FOMC meeting, the water's receded. But they've changed, but they've reacted to the data of it rising. So they're always playing catch up because they're just a lagging indicator. So it's all pointless. But the moral of the story is that in this bull market, because of the institutional aspect of it, the big money coming in, Bitcoiners have kind of become cucked to the TradFi system. We're like, oh, what's Jerome gonna say? What's the Fed gonna say? Oh my God, what's Trump gonna say? Oh my God, what's Samson Mao just said this? He just confirmed what Raoul Paul is. These are all bullshit. None of these people, these experts, know anything. We have to decouple from the TradFi bullshit. It's the only way we truly gain our character back, because in a certain way, I feel like we've lost our way. You know, there's the ethos that made us just these crazy orange motherfuckers. It's kind of gone. We're waiting. We're in a reactionary holding pattern too. What's this person gonna say? What's this country gonna do? And then we just sit here, cucked in the seat, watching TradFi and Peter Schiff get this massive raging gold boner in our bull run, right? There's nothing more cucked than Peter Schiff's raging gold boner as our price goes flaccid, so to speak. That's what we've endured in this bull run. Frankly, kind of pisses me off.